Welcome to a brand new podcast. And as always, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. You can shop online, 2-hour shopping mall, baby shopping mall, www.evolutionoflondon.com, where we have a whole wide range of products, men's, kids, ladies' clothes, jewelry, artwork, house products, and much more. EVOLUTIONOFLONDON.com. Also evolutionoflondon.org. O-R-G. That's for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store. S-T-O-R-E. Custom clothes, no. But we do have DVDs and games and more clothes. Definitely would like. So that's evolutionoflondon.store. And if you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. That's the same email if you want to make a free will offering through our PayPal account, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. We have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. You can support us that way. We have a Patreon channel, which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube. We have digital artwork there, and we do consulting services as well. www.patreon.com/Evolution of London. We're on Rumble, rumble.com. Just type in Oracle 19. Like, subscribe, and share on that platform. And www.oracle19radio.com. Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles are from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, vanilla, peppermint, just to name a few. And if you want to place an order, royalty9international@gmail.com for the luxury candles. And you go and subscribe and like on their platform, Instagram, as well as TikTok, Royalty9 International. Over 35 plus burning time. Very good quality candles. Royalty9 International. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, you can email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And also support his merch, www.wjaaccessories.com. That's www.wjaaccessories.com for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. DJ Panthro. DJ Panthro is an international DJ, and if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, PANTHRO 519@gmail.com. And also, you can subscribe to his YouTube channel, DJ Panthro 519 on YouTube. Support him on Instagram, TikTok, DJ Panthro, and his bonus platform on TikTok is The Real DJ Panthro. Again, that's The Real DJ Panthro on TikTok. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. You have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share. to his channel and also support him on his other major platforms on social media. And continue to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. So like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel on YouTube. And if you scroll down the page of the Greatness 19 channel, you will see Mr. Evolution of London. So subscribe, and share to Mr. Evolution of London on YouTube. Check out the latest fashion for ladies. Fashion Fix. www.fashionfix.ca. Fix, F-I-X. www.fashionfix.ca for ladies wear. And if you want to, any questions, concerns, I should say, email the company. FATCHGILL84007 Again, FATCHGILL84007 Again, that's www.fashionfix.ca. Kenzo World for your Afro beats. And if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him more kenzo@gmail.com. That's more MOORKEENZO@gmail.com. He has his latest single, Adora, and his album Discovery. You'll find Kenzo Discovery. You'll find his music on all the major platforms. That is Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, just to name a few. So that's Kenzo World on YouTube. And again, very good music. Find him on all major platforms. Again, support Kenzo World. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for podcasters, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London, both of those on YouTube, of course, rumble.com, just type in Oracle 19, and finally www.oracle19radio.com. Today's topic, life is about changing and growing. Life is about changing and growing. This world is very cold, as you know. It's built for the few, not the many. And we all trying to survive on many different levels. Obviously, you know, that's the obvious. You're not the same person as you was when you was 10, 20, 30, some of you 40, 50, 60, 70. We grow over time. This is information that you know, very basic. So I start you off on the basic. But, you know, many of us, we know this world is hard, and a lot of us feel that you're about to give up. Just know, we all in the same boat one way or another. We all got bills to pay. Lord knows we have bills to pay. Bills never stop. Catch up on the bill, there's 10 more, 20 more, whatever. And the life is about changing and growing. Sometimes you have to change from your associates, your family, your friends, and your foes. Sometimes friends end up being family, closer than family. Foes sometimes be family as well. Family fall out, vice versa. So we have to be prepared to change with the times. Life is always about change. One thing consistent in life is change. You're going to get older. You are getting older by the hour, by the minute, by the second, by the day, by the month, by the year. Technically, you don't even know how old you are. Now, what do I mean by that? You might think you're 25 years old, but you might very well be older. How can I say that, Mr. Greens? Because just think of daylight savings time. How days is pushed back, pushed forward. You have leap years. Leap years every like 4 years or something like that. Leap years. In February, sometimes it's on the 28th, and then other years it's on the 29th. There's extra days. When you was conceived, first time your father impregnated your mama, that's day one. When you come out your mother's womb, you already 9 months. Now, what do I mean? I say it again. A lot of people don't really pay attention to that. When you was conceived in your mother's womb, that was day one. You are a live being. You are just like an amoeba, a one-cell organism. It's still life, no matter how you sugarcoat it. Then you grow in your mother's womb, the third trimester, then the sixth trimester. No, sorry, let me say this again. The first trimester, then the second trimester. That, you from first trimester from 0 to 3 months, and the second trimester you're looking at from the third to the 6th month, and then the third, I got it mixed up, but the third trimester, like from 6 to 9 months, they might be 3 or 4 trimesters, but you get what I mean. But the point being that you are alive in the belly. So when you come out your mother's womb, you technically 9 months. And then 3 months on this planet Earth, you're really a year. I know it's hard for you to perceive that. But if you want to be technical, people will say, that's not true. Well, if your mother's carrying you for 6 months and she feels you kicking in the stomach, you alive, right? You've been in the belly for 6 months. When you finally ready to be released in the world, that's the 9th month. She giving birth to you at 9th month, give or take a couple of days. So technically you 9 months old. I know it's hard for you to really grasp that. You thinking because you conditioned in this society, when you come out the mother's womb, you just a day old. But really, you are 9 months old. What, you don't count the 9 months in the belly? You're not alive? You're not kicking in the belly? You're not moving around in the stomach? You're not alive? So, and if you say no, you're not alive, then what were you? You are alive. You're alive. You're live being in the stomach. So when you come out your mother's womb, you 9 months automatically. 3 months after that, you a year, technically. So with that being said, I'm walking this slow for you because I want you to really think on that. So you are conditioned that when you come out your mother's womb, you just a day old. But in reality, you 9 months. So that alters your age right there. You see what now? Now does this make sense now? So you're not really your age, technically. You could be much older. And then society, government, powers that be play with the time, push the time back, then forward, then there's leap years and so forth. And then the calendar, the Gregorian calendar is not the true calendar of life. That's altered. So very well, you could be 4 years older than what you think you really are. And even scientists, when they even talk about that they even put it out there that you're not your real age. Most likely you're a little older. And they base that off of examples that I just explained. So if you're 25, you might be 28, 27 and a half, or maybe 29. That type of thing. Then there's people all throughout the world that their birth certificate been played around with, and they don't even know they 26, but they say they 26, but they could be easily 30. That's another dynamic. So again, life is about changing and growing. And I just gave you that little small example, but I'm gonna bring it back to more deeper in a moment. But I just had to start with this. Life is, again, it is about changing and growing. You can't do the same things you did as a teenager. And when you're in your 20s, or if, let's say you're in your 30s, you can't think like when you was in your early 20s. Whatever age you are, you have to be prepared to grow with the times. Don't be stagnant. Life is about changes. You have to even be prepared maybe to change your job. Maybe it's not a good fit for you. Yeah, I know you're looking at it because of the money, but you get maybe more aggravation. It's more bad than good. Life is about changes. But you can't be stuck on stupid saying, well, you leave your job and you got nothing else to back up your income. Everything got to be, you got to make things practical. Things got to be practical. It got to make sense, especially in this day and time where you're not going to have the big support. Most of us got to survive on our own. So you have to be practical, but life is about changing and growing. Even people that you associate with, they might be fun and exciting, but they pulling you down. You know it. They know it. Even Stevie Wonder, and he's blind, knows it. I'm being a little funny here. Ha ha, chuckle, chuckle. I tried. Sorry. It's about changes. It is about changes. It's about growth. It's about learning. You have to always be prepared for change. Friends come and go. As you get older, your group of friends lessen because you have more responsibilities. I know when I was in my teens, I had a whole whack of friends, associates. But as I got older, it became minimal because my responsibilities in life have grown. And as you get older, you don't have time to deal with any BS, and your friends minimize. And that's what, nothing personal. I still see and talk to my buddies from the old neighborhood once in a blue. But at one point when we was teenagers, we used to talk regular, weekly, daily. But as time goes along and men, have more responsibilities as family, wife, children, job, bills, don't have time for that. So it fades away. The friendships from your neighborhood. Not to say when you go back to the neighborhood and visit, you still will kick it with your boys, but things change. And then people get older, they pass away. I was looking, it was on the news and talk about the people that I used to watch on TV. John Amos from Good Times. And then, he passed away at 50, not 54, he passed away at 84. And I just remember him, seeing him on TV, watching his movies. Just a strong, seemed like a positive man, black man that, especially, he just seemed like just a cool dude if you met him. And now he's old and passed away. Like slowly our elders is passing away, and now you becoming an elder slowly but surely, or now, depending on your age, obviously. James Earl Jones played the man in Star Wars, had the voice, the deep voice. If you watch the movies, the Star Wars series, he's the guy behind with the voice, the Darth Vader voice. A lot of young people now could put that together, but he passed away. It was like 93. Like, wow. Then you have athletes that passed away, and entertainers. We're not even talking about Prince and Michael Jackson, musical geniuses died in their 50s. It seems like more people that I know dying in their 50s, 40s. Change is actually sad. When you watch, and a lot of you could relate to this, you grew up with people and seen elders, when you was like a youth, a teenager, or a toddler, you watching uncles and aunts and mothers and fathers that was at the strength, at the peak of their life. I know, and I speak of my family, I'm sure I can relate to you. I mean, when I was a toddler, or young, 6, 7 years old, 13, 10, and seeing my father, at the height of his, strength and not saying necessarily young man, but I mean, he was in his prime. Seeing my mother at her prime, two beautiful people. And I'm young, and then going to family reunions, and you seen uncles and aunts at their prime, and everybody having a good time. And then slowly, they start to fade away. They pass on. My dad passed on, in 2020, right around COVID. And I miss him. I really do. It just show you just time. Then, I looking after, my mom. And, she's, slowly, fading, just life is about change, growing. And now you becoming that elder. And you just see the change. And then I grew up seeing uncles and stuff and aunts, and they was at the height of their, their prime years, having fun, talking, strong. And then you see them fade away. and die off. And then, like, again, friends that you grew up with, guys that I knew, had guys like, we called, Tony Baloney. That's what we called him. His name Tony Baloney. And the reason why we call him Tony Baloney, because, he one time was playing baseball, and he had playing baseball in the outfield, and he had a sandwich, a bologna sandwich, out while he was playing baseball. So then that stuck with him, Tony Baloney. There another gentleman, Brody, passed on, health reasons, diabetes and stuff like that. I mean, RIP to them, of course. I had a guy named Troy that I grew up with, and he died in teenager. And then there was a guy, his name is Jay, I believe, he was, not believe, I know he was a local barber. He passed on. Oh, I'm sure you could relate to guys that you grew up, family members that passed on. And slowly but surely, then you become the last one standing. And you say, why? Why? Because life is about changing and growing. And you have to embrace that. It is what it is. Sad but true. That's something you have to accept through the sands of life until you reach the upper room. Till you pass on and you see that plaque. I knew that guy, Mr. Greatness, a real cool dude. That's what life is about, changing and growing. Every season, trees grow, trees, leaves wither away. Leaves on the trees grow every spring, and they wither away every fall. Part of the changes of life. Now, part of these changes of life is you leave an impact for yourself, whether it's big or small. You leave an impact on this planet Earth that you're on. You just don't want to go out and you got nothing to show for it. Some people have children, a whole heap of children to leave. Some people have done great things where they made a mark on this planet Earth. Some people wrote books or writing books. Some people passed on knowledge, helped people. Some people just became very successful in their line of work. Life is about changing and growing. What are you doing? What is your purpose in life? Which I mention this time to time in a lot of different shows. What is your purpose in life? You want to leave a mark on this planet Earth. It could be a big thing or small thing, but you just want to be productive. You just don't want to say he was here and now he's gone. Then leave anything. Because life is about changes. It's about growth. You can't do the same things, as I mentioned, as you was when you was 18 and 18, 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, 78, 88, 98, and maybe if you're lucky, 100. The average citizen only live basically in North America like 70, between 70 and 75 years. That's the average. Because again, with all the bad foods, the bad water, the bad air, the processed foods that we intake, our diets is not that good, so we deteriorate a lot faster. So you want to take care of your body. Your body is a temple. Now I know a lot of you say, well, I'm gonna die anyway. It don't really matter. It does matter, because if you young and you destroying your body when you're young, trust me, you'll feel it when you get older. Many older people have said the same thing before you was born. Well, I'm gonna do what I have to do. I'm gonna drink what I drink. I'm gonna smoke what I'm smoke. And they young, and when they got old, they paid for it. Slow death. You don't want that. You don't want a slow death. You don't want to be tortured. What do I mean by that? A lot of people, because they tear up their bodies, they abuse their bodies when they're young. They got pains in their knees, chronic pains in their elbows, chest pains all the time. Slow death. You can't walk properly. And these people is 40, 50 years old. Slow death. Because you destroyed your body at a young age. Now you're paying for it. You don't want that. I know I don't want that. You try to take care of your body. Again, your body is a temple. It's only one go around. You're only on this planet once, as far as I know. Life is about changing and growing. Elevate your mind. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste. For your old heads out here, you know what I mean. But the new heads, this gonna sound real new. I'm gonna sound real deep. I said, boy, that man, Mr. Greatness is so deep. Just heard that saying before. Mind is a terrible thing to waste. But it is deep when you think about it. What are you putting in your brain? What are you learning? A lot of you don't really know anything and don't even care to know. You're just like an empty wagon that make a lot of noise, as the elders used to say, past to me. You don't want to be an empty wagon making a lot of noise. It's just a waste of talent. It's all about growth, learning, surrounding yourself with men and women of like minds, elevating your mind, learning to grow, willing to learn new things. Helps build your character, make you a better person, grow as an individual. Is Mr. Greatness wrong? Am I off? You tell me. These things you need to be a better person. So if you do have children, you could pass this legacy, this knowledge, this wisdom to them. A lot of you, because you're stuck on stupid, you're not willing to change, and then you have children, they end up becoming dummies because you left nothing, or you're not leaving anything for them to learn and grow. It's not only of being book smart in school. Really, they only limit you. They only teach you limited things. They have, we call in college a syllabus, but they only have a program that they've been following that for decades. I remember my teacher in high school used to say, by right, you should be able to learn physics and calculus when you're in elementary school. Schools limit you. They limit your brain capacity. Kids nowadays is open to be much more intelligent than was perceived, but they being dumbed down. And I agree with my ex-teacher. Name was Mr. Joseph, high school teacher, and he said that you're supposed to be well-rounded and educated and learn at a young age a lot of things, and we're not being taught that. We're just following the system. You're supposed to be way advanced than what you are in school. But that's all part of life. Elevating your mind, challenging your mind, being the best you can be. That's about life is about changing and growing. That's a part of it. Being proactive, productive in the community. All of that is the challenge. Learning to be self-sufficient. Ownership. Now we know not everyone is built to be owners. But many of you dumb yourself down. You lose confidence in yourself. Why? Because you're surrounded by people that have low self-esteem, not balanced as an individual. So you be dumbed down. You're allowed to be dumbed down. You dumb yourself down as an individual. You allow the sins of the previous generation to fall upon you. Don't do that. You might feel, well, my daddy was an alcoholic, so heck, I might as well drink. I might as well be an alcoholic myself. My mama was a weed head, so I guess I'm just going to smoke weed too. Learn to grow beyond what your parents used to do or the negative behaviors of them and be the best you can be. Elevate your mind. Elevate your mind, elevate your spirit, and some of you elevate your soul. It is written. How? What are you going to do from this point on? What are you going to do after listening to me? What are you going to do from this point on? Are you going to elevate yourself? Be the best version of yourself? Or are you going to be repeating the same low frequency? What say you? What is your viewpoints of life? How you can be better? What are you doing to be better? What you have to put in place? Life is about changing and growing. Start working out. Start meditating. Do things in small steps. I know it's hard. We got a lot of things on our plate. Life is hard. No way to get around it. But you have to discipline your mind, your spirit, your soul, some of you. Time waits for no man nor woman. I always mentioned this previously. When you listen to the show, Whether whatever day you listen to the show, that's the last time you're going to see that day in your life. I repeat that again. Whatever day or time you listen to this show, that is the last time you're going to see that day and time forever. Forever. You won't get that same day and time again. That's powerful. You will never get that same time and day again. Just in case you don't understand what I'm saying, that Monday, let's say that Monday, I'm gonna throw a day at you. October 1st, 2024. I'm just throwing a day. You will never see that day, October 1st, 2024, ever again. You get another October 1st, maybe 2030, 2025, or 2026, October 1st, but you would never, ever again see October 1st, 2024 forever, ever, ever, amen, again. So life is about changing and growing. That's so deep, but it's very basic. This is why you have to make your days productive. Time is very fast. It's speeding very, very fast, super fast. I know I can say that for myself. Growing up as a kid, something like summers was 3 months. When you have off from school, from let's say July 1st all the way to Labor Day weekend. I guess a 2 month stretch. Man, that 2 month stretch seemed like 4 months. That's why I'm thinking, I always thought about that. You run around playing tag, playing baseball, football, basketball. Just running around having fun. Summers seem like it lasts for months. 2 months seem like 4 months. Now, 2 months seem like a month. 2 months seem like a month, literally. Look, we in the fall now. Almost the end of the year. Right now, if you listen to it. But if you listen to this in the future, it is the future for you. And this is old news. But that's just life. Life is about changing and growing. And you have to maximize every minute, every second, every hour, every day, every week, every month to the best of your ability. I kid you not. Time is everything. You can always get money back, but you can never get back time. Life is about growing and changing. Changing and growing. It's serious out here. And I know that makes it depressing because it's like, dag, I don't have a lot of time in the day. And you can get frustrated. I know it's very frustrating. Very frustrating because in the blink of an eye, it's like you don't have time to really sit down and enjoy life all day. Because if I use that for example with my life, I remember like growing up, I could sit down half of the day, not do nothing, because I didn't have much responsibility because I'm young, right? And it seemed like the days stretched. It was long. Watch cartoons, watch sports, go out and play, and it's just play all day. Now, life, You got to make money. You got bills to pay, take care of loved ones. Even when I do this podcast, the editing and having the different topics, literally that could take half of my day. And at times it could be a weekend thing. Because I got the news channel on every Sunday. Got prepared for the topics. Ready for y'all guys Monday and Thursday. Pre-recorded, of course, but I can literally take my weekend, the whole weekend. Then I have to figure out, okay, I got to do this, but I got other things to do. I gotta take care of the house, make sure certain bills is paid, or not certain, all bills paid. Go out, grocery shopping and do laundry, things like that. There's always things to do. I get help for certain things like that, no question, but I'm just saying in general, still, I gotta be proactive. So I don't have time just to focus on one thing all day, every day. So I manage my time, micromanage my time to the best of my ability. Then I have exercise and all of that stuff. And all of these things is managing time. And I know y'all guys in a similar boat, but that's what life is about. Maximizing your time, getting the most out of it, and balancing your time. Sad, true. It is what it is. Change, and life is always. You don't know who in your life. You don't leave your life. So you have to be prepared for that change. Sometimes they hurt. People leave out of your life, and it will hurt. Family, friends, or foes, spouses, children, etc. But that is part of the sands of life, the changes of life. And you have to be prepared for that. Nothing lasts forever, including yourself. Nothing is guaranteed. The only thing is guaranteed is you will die one day. So how are you going to maximize your time before that day comes? And not necessarily it's a dreadful day. That's also about change and growth. On this planet Earth, we go through a school. This is really a school. We're here for 70, 80 years on average. We try to be the best we could be. And when you die, that's a lifetime, I suppose. You spend more time, I suppose, in the realm of the death world versus life, I assume. And who's to say a lot of people, here's my theory, okay, about changing. After you pass away, people go home. This is my theory. This is my saying. Everyone goes home. What do I mean? Just think about this. You got millions and millions of galaxies. Some people don't say it's not millions. Or let's just say you got several thousand different galaxies. Or we say to say even in this galaxy you have planets, and multiple moons circling around these planets. People pass on. Where do they go? Where do they go? I'm not saying they necessarily going to these planets. But where do you really think, let's just say logically, you have all of these planets and moons in this galaxy alone? We're not even talking about other galaxies. And people die, right? And we the only ones on this planet Earth. I mean, we the only people in this whole galaxy. Heck, we are the only ones on all of these galaxies, multiple galaxies. We the only civilization. How does that sound? Does that sound even logical? So you got billions of people that died over the course of hundreds and thousands of years. And you got all of these galaxies. Have you thought maybe they're just going back home? Whether home might be negative or positive, whether planet they're going back home to, maybe they're going back home on the spiritual level. Just saying, life is about changing and growth. I'm just thinking outside the box. Don't, quote me as that, but I'm just giving a perspective for you to think. That's all. Just you to think. We have to learn to think outside of the box as human beings. That will be also good for our changing and growth as a society. But I know most of us is going to be stuck on stupid because we being conditioned that way. Just be sheep following wolves. That's what we trained up to be. So, what's your purpose in life? What are you going to do to be a better you? What changes are you going to implement to elevate your mind, your spirit, and your soul? Does this make sense to you? Or are you going to just say, I'm good? Thank you for listening.